I don't want to wait for those last 2 seconds. I want this show to get started, Steven. Let's start this show.
Right now.
Let's get going. Let's kick it old school. I'm in a good goddamn mood. How about you?
I am in a great mood, actually.
Excellent.
But
We have
despite the weather we're having here in
It is
northern
cold.
Ontario is basically, I don't know how many people in the chat are from Canada, but where I live, it's minus 27 Celsius without the wind chill, and they're saying it's minus 40 something Celsius. So yeah, you freeze your gonads off. It's like, so how are you, sir?
You know what? I am good. Hey, Paul, how you doing, buddy? It was a good week. Just I needed like the last 2 weeks to go away. Last 2 weeks to go away. And we have people in the chat here. We have a lot of good guys here. Once again, we have Jeff D, we have Adam, we have the Rexha Show, Paul, Jennifer, Mad Astro Gaming, Chris McCoy. I'm missing anyone here. Upkus is here as well. Chris Langs is here, and myself and you so far.
Yeah. And
So-
Steven Schwartz and Zeb Deriber.
Mr.
Kongs
Kongs R Us has showed up as well.
Yeah. So,
Look at this.
Good evening.
And looks like my chat, which see, it's always something. The chat is coming up blank. Look at that. The chat is not showing up here. So
You
what's
keep
going on here?
touching it. That's the problem.
I don't know.
Touch it. Ain't broke, don't fix it.
See if it comes back this way. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
you go.
There's always a glitch. There's always a
Yeah.
Glenny glitch.
I don't know
Every
if you want to share
episode.
your week that you've had with your pooch there.
Oh yeah. So
Maybe we shouldn't. Everybody's going to leave in disgust, but
well, I'll
maybe
just
go ahead.
tell everyone. So I'm definitely tired. Community Blue.
My volume's low, apparently.
Your volume is low. Well, let's fix that.
I have no
You
idea
Canadians
why.
and your low voices. How's that?
I don't know. Let's
Let's
find
see.
out.
We have a lot of
Hopefully
people
it's using
joining
the
the
right
chat.
microphone here.
That-
Hold on. let me
that too.
see.
So
No, I'm using the right mic. We're good.
yeah, I think your levels are better now. See, I just like overpowering the conversation, so I make you low, so they have to listen to
There's
me.
a chat. It bonked out again.
Yep. So
Broken again.
So I think
If
it's
it ain't
fixed.
broken in the Glenn's Retro Show,
Right.
it ain't the Glenn's
So
Retro Show.
so this week for me, Blue was not feeling well. So this whole week, poor Blue wasn't feeling well. But there was a reason as to why.
But is the right word.
Yeah, yes. So my brother, see, human beings and dogs, McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, crap, right? We eat crap. That's what we're used to. We're not used to healthy foods. Blue eats the good stuff. Hamburgers, McDonald's, all the good stuff. My brother goes to a dog health food store, whatever, and he buys just all natural bone, right? And it looks like the chat died out again. Look at this. What is going on with this chat? See if we bring it back up here again. Here we go. He buys this milk bone, and my dog has been sick all week from this bone. I actually had to take him to the vet today. It was the 5th day of him not feeling well. And the vet goes, yeah, that bone you got was the problem. So my brother buys this bone that just cost me $450.
I'm glad you're not being graphic about what's been coming out of Blue.
Yeah, well, if people go to Carvel and they get chocolate milkshakes, and that's what was happening.
The milkshake spilled everywhere, let's just say.
It did. So,
wow.
So I'm a little tired because I've been waking up, 1, 2 in the morning, and then 3 in the morning. Then, of course, I can't fall back asleep to make sure he goes out because you never seen Blue run so fast out that front door. As cold as it is outside, he bolts out there. Didn't care. Airborne. And then it's literally like American Pie. Ooh! That scene where he's in that bathroom, that's Blue. So,
wow. Hopefully he's going to get better soon.
Yes. So if no one left in the chat so far, and I want to thank everyone here. We have Goofy Footage just came in. Let's see who just joined real quick. We have Chris
McCloy.
Don of Time came as well. Kongs obviously is here. Rob Coleman. Santos is here. Lewis. I think we got everyone else in here so far. Nooner, of course, is here. We have Mary and Jen also here as well. So, Stephen, before we get into our show today, how was your week?
I've had a good week. I've got a Pi Storm for my Amiga 1200, which is a stupid fast accelerator, and it seems to work pretty good. I just got to get it sandwiched together properly. But there's that. Let's see. Things at work have been pretty good. Those give my dog the Hershey squirts. Basically, Glenn was trying not to say Hershey squirts, but he was biting his lip. Basically, so basically, other than that, I've been fixing up my room that I'm building to have my soldering station and everything else. There goes the chat again.
Dang it! Let's bring it back. So just real quick, so the Pi Storm is basically using a Raspberry Pi as an accelerator for your computer.
Yeah, it replaces the 68,000 processor with a stupid fast one, and it works really well. You can run like Quake 2 on an Amiga, basically, right. And that's unheard of. And it runs a Mac emulator like stupid fast and everything else. And so yeah, it's been an interesting week. What else is there? That's about it. I'm just sort of looking around just to see if there was anything else and getting these stupid packages from Amazon.
Well, some people are lucky, as Steven's saying. New Wave Toys is shipping out some of their items once again. I know they're the re-release of Dragon's Lair, which I believe will accept an external display, so you can have the monitor on top of it, like the arcade used to have for some people. Bill, hold on, we got Bill here. Bill from Retro's Gaming Show. Bill, old co-host. How you doing, my friend? Happy Friday. And they also have these little stools. So they're making little bar stools for these things. So they got that cool. And Food Fight should be coming out. And there goes the chat again. My goodness. What is with the system today? It is broken. What is going on here? See if I can do a reset here. Let's go to that and see if that brings it back. It's going to be one of those shows, folks.
It's still broken, but oh well. Anyways.
And
no.
What is going on with this live chat today? Because it's here, it's just not displaying, which is kind of weird.
It was too good to be true, Glenn. I said at the beginning of the show, oh man, everything's working really good.
It's too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
Anyways, while you fix that, I'm going to tell the folks what today's subject matter is, right? And today we're going to look at some old cartoon intros. And I'm going to try to bring some of the Canadian ones to the table because Glenn has no idea. So he wasn't born in Canada.
Nope.
And we did have a lot of animated TV shows here in Canada. So you can, we'll see what's out there. So in the chat, while Glenn's trying to fix this, he kind of fixed it, is we're not talking about the cartoon itself, because sometimes the intro was better than the cartoon itself.
Yes, actually, not all the time, but there was definitely a few where the intro was like phenomenal, and the show was like.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about tonight. It's essentially there was supposed to be another subject for tonight, and
That's typical. I pulled the rug out from under me, as I usually do.
No, but okay, so I'll tell the crowd, the gang, what it was supposed to be when Glenn texted me around what?
Wait, hold on, a poop joke. A poop joke.
He said stool. So the subject matter was supposed to be, what did you do before video games?
Right.
And I was going to come on and going, nothing. And hey, thanks for coming out, everybody. Show's over.
Right. Steven didn't have it. He's like, nothing happened. So I'm like, okay, we can't do
my life. I don't remember
do a show with nothing.
We can. Well, Seinfeld did it, but I don't know if we could pull it off. So that's the thing. So tonight is intros that are kick-ass for these old cartoons, whether it was Saturday morning or here in I don't know what it was in the States, but here in Canada, if you got up before school, like around 7 o'clock, and watched TV, there was some cartoons there.
Yeah, usually 6 a.m. They would start with some.
They would start just before you got off to, and like Rocket Robin Hood was one of them.
Well, let's pull up our first one. Let's see what the first one I pulled here today. So let's tune in the TV station and see what we got. You guys ready?
There's people
in the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 4 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the
This
universe.
was, I believe this came out in 72, so I was 3 years old.
Was it?
73. I'm sorry, this came out in 73.
Wonder Woman.
I would have been 2 or 3 years old.
Batman.
Super Friends. We had that here in Canada.
Aquaman.
That dog. Who's the dog?
That was Dog Wonder.
Where's he now? Doesn't he have his own DC movie?
Here we go.
3 junior super friends, Wendy.
It's like a Scooby-Doo ripoff or something.
Oh, sorry, Marvin and Wonder Dog. Marvin and Wonder Dog.
Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and
Super
to serve
Friends.
all mankind.
Yeah, there's a few there that could have used their own movie.
Yes.
Maybe James Gunn will bring it back.
So, did you ever see that?
I did.
Steven?
Yes, I did. It wasn't as good as some later stuff, but I thought that show was all over the place. Even as a kid, you'd watch it and you'd be like, "What's really happening exactly?" You know what I mean? You were kind of lost a little bit. It doesn't help with a 6 or 7 year old, because that had reruns for years after that. So.
Oh, look, Bill. Let's not bring up those Wendy. Wendy and Marvin. Yes, the Wonder Twins. I actually would have taken Wendy and Marvin over Wonder Twins, because although the sister was really cool, which she could turn into animals, the brother's a bucket of water. I'm sorry, it's ice and water. It was like the stupidest thing he could ever be. At least these two were just regular teenagers. They were helping out. Wonder Dog. Helping out a little bit here and there.
Mobile Mutant. Flashback to sugar cereal destroying my teeth.
Now, you mentioned...
I got the fillings to prove it.
Now, you mentioned before school, right? You would see cartoons before school, right?
That's right. Before, like 6:30, and then 7:30, and then around 8 o'clock, you'd start getting ready for school and head out the door, basically.
Right. So, in the States... This, I think, actually started in the afternoon for only a couple of shows, and they kicked it off, and it became a 6 a.m. show. So when I would get up, I would watch this, and it would end. I had to run out to catch the bus. My bus was 6:30, so I had
a bus at 6:30.
It was at 6:30. So and I liked this show a lot, and I think a lot of people will like it as well.
Set the VCR.
There was no VCR when this came out. There was no VCRs, although this
later
one might have been for this one maybe, but. Not everyone owned a VCR, I think, at that time.
Okay, let's roll it.
Let's roll it. Let's see what we got here.
Minds. I don't see anything. Oh, there you go. I have no idea.
Love it.
Maybe I do, actually. Robotech, of course. Robotech. That was a good show.
It was actually 3 shows. That was 3 separate shows in Japan. They mixed together to make this for us here in the States called Robotech.
Gotcha.
Of course, we didn't know that.
It was so good. I liked it a lot. Robotech. Macross, yeah. Macross.
Bill's got it.
Yeah, and Battle of the Planets was in that same mix. I'm sure you're gonna. That was a cool show. Maybe you have that on your list. I don't know. I don't know the list, guys.
He does not know the list.
You didn't send me the memo.
It was one of the very first serialized cartoons, which was a big thing. It wasn't just that you watch a show and each week it was different. It was actually a long storyline, and
oh yeah, I remember that.
Like I said, they took 3 separate shows from Japan and mixed them together. Really? Come on, really, Chris? Never heard of Robotech? You got to watch this show. Now, there's a lot of episodes. It's not like Dragon Ball Z long, but there's a lot of episodes you need to catch up on. So
I think it's at least over 10 for sure. It wasn't like 50 or anything like that, but it was pretty drawn out. And then there's going to be some I'm going to get you to throw up there.
Probably. All right. So we've obviously that was a pretty popular show. Robotech was a pretty popular show, although I guess some people didn't see it. Chris McCoy never heard of it.
That
but
wasn't
other people,
mainstream, though. You have to admit
Robotech was very mainstream.
It was, but not everybody saw it in every province or every. You know what I mean?
Canadian.
And Jennifer's way too young. How young are you?
All right, now this one was definitely one later. This was a later show, and this is one of the shows where I remember enjoying it when I watched it, and then I said, "Oh, I saw it," and I started watching it again. I'm like, "Oh my god, it is horrible!" Like the episodes are so bad.
There's a lot of that.
There is. So it's weird that our young minds remember it so fondly, and we enjoyed it.
That happens with video games too.
It does, but this is one of the shows.
Basically, you're like, "Oh my god, it's such the best Pac-Man ever," and meanwhile, it's the 2600 Pac-Man, and it's really bad.
So this is one of those shows where I thought the intro was really, really cool. Enjoyed the music, enjoyed that whole thing, but then the show became a total. Oh my god! So let's pull up and see what I got here for my next one. Here we go. Let's get the sound right, and here we go.
The X-Men Spider-Man. It's the same animation style.
No, it's by your favorite company, Dick. See, what I liked about the show is the jet that turned into a helicopter, which I thought was amazing. And I gotta watch the show again.
And they throw a little kid in the mix.
Yeah, they gotta throw the helicopter there. It turns into a jet. So again, if you watch, it's on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's painful now. I mean, the storylines are absolutely painful.
I never saw that. No, I'll be honest with you. They've had maybe the best toys.
They did.
The series, not so much.
not so much. It wasn't very big. So was that show something you remember,
Goofy Foot was up at 4 a.m.? I would have hated you as a child. Go to bed. Go to bed. Wait till 3 hours later.
Okay, so obviously some people remember that show. And again, the soundtrack was really, really good.
How many do we got?
That's a lot. Probably won't get to all of them, but we'll hit as many as we can.
Okay, I'm going to have to put some requests though. So
I think this was on my list, and it was one that people already said already. So let's go on to our next one. This one again was a 4 p.m. one that again for some reason in the States it became a 7 a.m. one. They put it in the mornings. So here we go.
Oh yeah. I saw the sunrise. I knew right away. That was my jam as a kid.
Gotta have this show.
Sandy Frank, man. Whoever he is, he's the man.
Battle of the Planets.
Gatchaman.
G-Force. 5 incredible young people with superpowers.
Superpowers.
And watching over them from center
But the
Neptune.
show wasn't bad.
Sevens
Like
are
it
No, it
was
was
a
a good
shitty
show.
with a good intro.
No, it was a good show.
Combination
watching,
of both.
warning against
I
surprise
don't know what
attack
the other
by
ones you showed
alien
earlier,
galaxies
but that one
from
there,
beyond space.
it was decent, and you can kind of watch it still.
It was
dark
good,
as
and it was
hell,
one of those
but-
shows actually where the big bad guy was a woman. First you weren't sure. Was it a guy? Was it a woman? You didn't know. But
Yeah.
the bad guy was actually a chick.
Bad girl. Not bad guy.
girl. A bad girl.
That sounds kinky just saying that. But everybody knows what we mean.
Wow, Momentary Dogma said he never heard of this.
Who?
Momentary
Really? Where'd you
Dogma.
live?
G-Force. Fearless young
Unfortunately, he might have lived under a rock.
protecting Earth's entire galaxy.
Holy crap. I lived in
What
northern
did
Ontario,
Goofyfoot-
Canada.
Goofyfoot say?
Everybody talked about
Says, what does G stand for? There's a chick in here, man. What do you think?
Sabo.
Oh, no, it wasn't that. Like I said earlier, the show in Japan was called Gatchaman.
Yes.
That's what the G stands for. But they called it G-Force here in North America, but instead of saying Gatchaman, they put G-Force instead.
Right. And of
So-
course, it was more violent. The Japanese version was much
Oh
more
God, yes.
violent. They had to tone it down here. And again, Seven's Arc 7 didn't exist in the
Yeah,
Japanese
he was
one.
an R2D2 ripoff.
Right, well, they did it. That was one reason. It was an R2D2 ripoff, which was
Yeah, they
advantageous
took out
for
the
them.
violence and filled the time in.
They had to fill the
Yeah.
time from all the
Yeah, yeah.
blood and guts. They took it out of it. Okay, so let's move on to our next one, because again, we have so many to go through here. So let's take a look at our next one. Here we go.
I'm going to message you my request.
We're off to outer space. We're leaving Mother Earth to save the human race. Our star blazers.
I watched the French version of that.
I'm sorry.
Leaving all we left behind. Who knows what dangers we'll find? We must be strong and brave. Our home we got to save. If we don't, in just
And I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to double check online there.
will disappear. Fighting with the Gamelons, we won't stop until we've won. Then we'll return, and when we arrive, the Earth will survive with our Star Blazers.
So, how about Steven? Was that a show that was pretty popular up in Canada?
Yeah, I'm trying to find out if it's the same one, because if memory serves me right, it came out in French. And I think it was called Albator, which is the name of the pirate guy
Mhm.
in the ship. And I'm trying to find out if it's the same thing or not. Like, I mean, maybe some people in the chat that are from Quebec and Ontario or that watch French TV, that that individual was the same one here. Let me check here.
Well, Jen's like, it sounds like an Army song. Well, yeah, they were going into space to battle the Gamelons. I mean, it's well known in old history books to be able to fight the Gamelons to save the planet Earth.
Let's see here.
And it is called. It is also the battleship Yamato. That's basically what the ship was. So that was, if people don't know,
Okay,
the battleship
so
Yamato was Japan's
okay, so
flagship.
the guy Captain Harlock
Mhm.
is the captain.
Yep.
Okay, so in French it was called Albator, which was the name of that captain in French. So instead of being called Star whatever, it was called Albator. So Albator. So I did watch that, and that was actually really good. That show was really good. All kinds of violence and stuff. It was awesome.
We got the master of disaster, P-Dubs. P-Dubs. Remember, 9 o'clock tonight, Super Game Room Dudes. We'll be continuing on the Friday night festivities here on YouTube. So P-Dubs, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Again, the support, P-Dubs. We really appreciate it. Okay, next one. This one was...
Did you get my message?
Yeah, I'm ignoring it because I'm doing all my shows.
Oh.
No.
That's one of the shows that was a little but the theme song was actually really good.
Yeah, we'll hit yours. We'll definitely hit yours. That's on the list.
Was it there before?
Yeah, it was on the list.
Okay, good.
Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. This one, well, some people may remember, some people may not, but we're going to find out right now, aren't we?
Flash Gordon, please. Animated?
This was in, I want to say it was 82, 83.
Isn't that the same people that did He-Man?
Yes. You can tell by the artwork right there, that lighting effect.
Yeah, I was going to say, even that circle, they had the name of the producers in that circle thing or whatever.
Flash Gordon on a fantastic journey into worlds where peril and adventure await us.
So again, I would say there was actually what is he doing up there already? Man, these guys throwing this commercial up real quick. Boom! Put that out. So, I forgot what I was going to say now. It threw me off. Oh, my God. Oh, so originally, they did a 2-hour movie before they did the cartoon series.
Oh, really?
But the original one, again, this was released on NBC, which is, regular television. So they had Hitler in it. They had Nazis in it. They had swastikas in it.
Damn.
They had World War II. Then after they did that pilot, people were like, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, we had Hitler in here and stuff? You can't do that. It's a kid's show. They re-edited that part out. And then, but it took me years. It took me years and years and years to find that original cut. And then even when I found it, it was a horrible copy. And then I finally found someone had it on, I guess they had a digital copy. But if you could see it in its original form, excellent. It's very close to the 1980 Flash Gordon movie. They kind of was the same company. It was based on both of them. Now, this one was Steven's pick, next one, and it was on my list.
Okay.
And this is coming from 1972.
I watched this as a kid a lot.
Oh, we got everyone's still coming in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good to have you here. Okay, let's take a look at Steven's pick. 1, 2.
There's a song. It's about the song.
Shout
it's not
Factory
about,
TV, changing the channel.
No, not that
Changing the
part.
channel.
Now, he's a criminal now.
You gotta watch out for
Mind
sleep
the criminal
drugs.
part.
Gotta look out for sleep drugs.
And I'm gonna sing a song for you. And Bill's gonna show you a thing or two.
I watched this so much, this show. It was awesome.
Learning from each other.
Slipping you that Mickey. Hey, hey, hey.
That's when Bill was
coming at you with music and fun, and if you're not careful,
he wasn't
you may
all
learn something
criminally
before it's
tainted.
done. So let's get ready, okay? Hey, hey, hey.
Looks so young.
And it was a good show. I enjoyed that show.
Yeah, it was awesome. I think it was awesome.
But now Bill Cosby. Now Bill Cosby, I'd liked for a lot of reasons. He did this show, but my first computer was a TI 994A, and he was a spokesperson for that.
Oh, was he?
So, and now I can't look at them at all because now it's just he's kind of a serial rapist allegedly type of thing. So not so good, Bill.
Not a nice guy.
Not so good, Bill. No. So take a look in the chat. I'm gonna pull up our next one here, Steve, while you're doing that. See what's anyone in the chat. Anyone saying hello?
19K Fox. What's in the bucket, Bill? We don't know. What was the show he did with the magic marker? I don't remember that.
Wasn't that in Fat Albert? Was there another
I
show
don't
he did
know.
with the magic marker?
I thought he drew stuff with the magic marker thing, but
Well,
picture pages apparently.
what magic mark are we talking about now? That's the next question. This is Bill Cosby we're talking about.
Next. Move along. Nothing to see here.
Calvin's right. It's tainted. It is kind of tainted.
It's sad though.
It is
because it was so good. You know.
Yellow pudding pops. That's right. He did. He was Jello. He was a Jello.
He was a
spokesperson
spokesperson, yeah, for Jello for sure.
Yep, and he's right. Good Food's right. It's hard. It is hard to watch now because he voiced a lot of characters in the show. He's in the introduction. He's in the end. Although it was a good-hearted show. It was a show that's supposed to teach you some things, and it just gets ruined on it.
Yeah.
All right, now the next one here again. I'm not saying it's a good show. I'm not saying it's a bad show, but it's definitely
the intro is awesome.
Yeah, I'm not saying, and again, I'm not saying any of these are good shows or bad shows. That's not what this is about. This is really just about the intros and the song. So let's set up our next one on tonight. Here we go.
And the masters of the universe. I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. This is Cringer, my fearless friend.
Oh, yeah.
Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said, "By the power of Grayskull."
And for a cartoon, the lighting effects they do here is actually really good. These like lightning, sparkling effects was really, really good.
My favorite part was
Cringer became the mighty battle
the power. I was like, oh, this is great. And then that episode was shocking. Who cares? The episode was awesome. The show was good. The She-Ra show left.
Well, we all like She-Ra a little bit more, but that's different reasons, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Together we defend Castle Grayskull from the evil
You know what? I
forces
didn't
of
have any
Skeletor.
stories, but I actually enjoyed watching the show. I like the meme with Skeletor.
I like
something and he runs away.
Skeletor the Skeletor memes are hysterical.
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
I love them.
Yeah, they have to slaughter pigs for your bacon, ha ha ha, and he runs away, kind of thing. He'll say something stupid like that, you know what I mean?
Now this is a show.
It's funny.
This next one is a show I remember, and it was put in the chat. So I'm bringing it up because it is one that I liked a lot as a kid. So here we go. 1974.
Who is this superhero? Sarge? No. Rosemary, the telephone operator? No. Henry, the mild-mannered janitor?
Could be. Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy.
I vaguely remember that.
Phooey, quicker than the human eye. He's got style, a groovy style, and a mouth that just won't stop. When the going gets rough, he's super tough with a Hong Kong Phooey chop.
Kung Phooey. Yeah.
#1 super guy. Hong Kong Phooey, quicker than the human eye.
Paul, I'm going to show you one that he would never show today. So give me a second. Paul said this wouldn't show today. I will show you one that they would never show today. You got to give me a second to pull it up, though.
I'm going to send you another one here. For whatever reason, I'm having trouble playing any YouTube on my browser. It's weird.
Okay, this is one I think that would be a little more difficult to pull off today in today's politically insane world. But let's see what you guys think. Will this show be available to be shown today? Are you ready?
Go for it. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, no. Wow, holy stereotypical. If it was accurate, those would all be Chinese letters instead of the 1 to whatever, right?
I think Bill's got it right. Never happened today.
It's so 70s, eh?
Oh.
Wow.
You always have to have the animal in there. The Amazing Chan Clan.
I'm gonna send you. This is a French cartoon series. It has a pretty good, and this was kind of like Battle of the Planets, where they localized it.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna find out now. This, I'll tell you what it was called in Japan. This show was called UFO Robot Grandizer. And this is the French show that aired in Ontario and Quebec that was quite literally very popular in France also.
It was called UFO what? What is it called?
UFO Robot Grandizer. Grendizer.
All right.
But I sent you the link.
I got it.
But I sent you the link to the intro of the French version, and that song became a hit in France.
Well, okay, you sent me a link in French. Let me see.
But that's okay. Just play it.
Yeah.
You can stop it if it's
Okay,
like
let's see. Here we go. Let's take a look at the show that Stephen remembers so fondly.
This was awesome show, anime.
No, I didn't. I told him like he said it's okay, so I used mine.
No, but it's not the same song.
Okay, let's pause it then. Let's go back and we will pull up yours, which I was going to do a moment ago when you said no, Glenn, it's okay.
No, I sent you the Facebook chat, so have a look at it.
Let's have a look. Let's pull this up here. Let's see what Stevens thinks that intro is not as good as this one. Let's pull it up.
I don't think there was a build. I don't think there was a U.S. version of this show. It was in France, and then they said, well, people in Canada speak French. Let's bring it over there too, basically. So it's called UFO Robot Grandizer. So this, it's like very melodic. It's pretty weird. But I watch this religiously.
Is it like a Voltron type of show?
Kind of. It's basically that guy there, and he drives that ship, and that ship is like a flying saucer, but the flying saucer essentially separates. So you watch, you'll press a button, and the robot comes out of the flying saucer, and it's like a big robot that just annihilates aliens that come to Earth and try to.
We're not done, Fox.
See, there you go. See, it's a big robot guy and everything. So it's kind of Voltron, but not really. You just, like I said, when Battle of the Planets and this was out, I was in an anime glory, So.
It looks like an interesting show. I never heard of it. So I guess it's time for me not to know a show.
Well, that was big for the French community, French-speaking folks here in Canada.
Okay.
Everybody watched that. Every kid, you went to school, the whole 9 yards. But that show never aired in English in the U.S., which was kind of sad,
Now, when you were a young boy, discovering the fonder sex as a young man, there were certain cartoons you kind of looked at, and you're like, hey, I can dig this show. Let's take a look. Let's see what strange young Glenn was watching back then. Here we go.
Sorry.
Josie and the Pussycat.
That was loud for everybody.
Guitars and sharps and flats. Need sweet or groovy song, you're invited, come along. Hurry, see all the pleasure, or maybe friends. We could be a ninja or the chance. Be with us in Bangkok, makes no difference everywhere the action's at. We're involved with this or that. Come on along now, Josie and the Pussycat. No time for play. Won't run when they hear scat. There where the plot begins.
I remember that song, though.
Come
Now, the cool thing about Josie and the Pussycats is they went in space. Did you know that?
What's that?
Did you know they went in space?
They did?
They did. So Josie and the Pussycats were not only a great band on Earth, they were also in space. Let's see if we can find that over here. This is right here. Here we go.
Josie in outer space, Pussycats are all in place. Blasting off on another chase, on a Milky Way when they're grooving, who can say? Buckle up your seatbelts, they could be in orbit in the stars, on a spooky planet, maybe Mars. There's no way of knowing when they're grooving way above the atmosphere, trying to get back to here. They're blasting on down. Josie's on a rocket ride. Pussycats are by her side. Their face is the kooky guy. Coming on
Very
a
catchy.
chase.
They get you. They blow kids' minds. They get you.
Yeah.
The Pussycats in outer space.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to show another show that would not be shown today. I don't think. You guys tell me if you think they would. I don't think they would. Are you ready? Let's see what you guys think. Everything here looks fine, right? There's no reason why they wouldn't show it, right? You would think. Cute little dog. Everyone likes lizard pets. Okay, Hanna-Barbera, good production company. Johnny, okay, he's got a show. No problem there. Dr. Ben Quest, solid guy. Race, nothing wrong with him. Oops. I don't know. I don't know if they'd allow this show today. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Let's wait and see. Yes, I have. So, yeah. So, I don't know if they would show that show today, myself.
Probably not.
No.
There's a lot of stuff. It's amazing where we would watch this and, you know, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, I suppose. But
yep. And there's good.
I'm gonna send you something else here. Keep running the show.
I'll show the next one. The next one again, young Glenn. You know, found a show that
impressionable Glenn.
I connected with. I connected with this show. Here we go.
Oh Jesus, my wife's favorite show. With this show, yeah.
I mean, what young
I'm not even
teenage man would not want to watch Jim and the Holograms, right? Although I think the Misfits might have been the funner group to hang out with, in my opinion, than Jim. But that's just me.
Maybe. I'm gonna send you one more, and
okay.
I think everybody will know this one. I think it aired in the U.S. and Canada and a few other places. So I never watched that. I think I was a little older when that came out.
Shame on you for not watching. It's a great show. Quality people, great stories.
Again, intro was better than the show from a male perspective, obviously. Like my wife loved that show. And I'm sure maybe Jen even loved it. You know what I mean? Maybe not. I don't know.
Okay, so you send me another one you want me to take a look at?
I sent you one. It's
right, let's
in
take a look
Facebook
here.
chat. Have a look.
Ah, okay. Here we go. Let's see what
Did you
Steven
know
has here.
Okay, first of all, did
Yes.
this air in the States?
I
It was
remember
made in
it.
Canada.
I think it was on Channel
produced,
9, which was like.
This was produced in Canada.
Yep. This show I think was on Channel 9 here, at least in New York.
Everybody, I think, will remember this, and it had the most annoying catchphrases and everything else.
All right, well, let's pull it up. Here we go.
Hercules, hero of song and story. Hercules, winner of ancient glory. Fighting for the right, fighting with
This
his
was what,
might.
was it the
with the
60s?
strength of 10 ordinary men. Hercules, people are safe when near
This looks like a
him.
show from the
Hercules,
60s.
Only the
I think it
evil
was.
fear
See, if you
him.
look at the
Softness
year
in
at
his
the bottom
eyes,
there,
iron in
MC,
his
whatever,
thighs,
I think it was
virtue in his
64,
heart,
65
in every
around
part
there.
of the mighty
But did anybody in chat know this show?
I've seen it somewhere. It looks familiar. It does look familiar.
Basically, you had like, Deadlist, which would always try to sabotage Hercules. Then you had a centaur who would say, "Hey, Herc," all the time. And then you had this little a centaur, not a centaur, a little baby with
The Danny DeVito
pig
guy.
feet or so- I
Danny
don't know.
DeVito played that little creature in
I don't
Hercules, the
know.
movie.
No, I don't know. Anyways, it was actually like 15 minutes per episode. It wasn't long, and you had, I think, 2 episodes per half hour kind of thing.
Okay. Now this one, I don't know if anyone will even remember. It was in the 80s, and it was definitely a ripoff of, you'll know when you see it, of many genre shows. But this was aired on ABC, I want to say in like 83, if I'm not mistaken. But let's take a look at this one.
Earth, the 23rd century, a time of robots
This doesn't look
and
familiar.
aliens, and of destruction and terror. Can the Galactic Patrol, defender of the United Planets, stop the evil computer Umbra? You bet they can.
And welcome, Tony,
Meet Rob
from
Simmons, the
Australia,
secret
or
inventor of Mighty
Tasmania,
Ono,
in the chat.
Mighty Tor.
So no one knows what this one is yet?
Elusive Boo.
I'm looking in the chat. No one, I don't think, knows this
the
one yet.
master of the elements. And Crunch, the metal muncher. Super robots.
Nope,
marching
not Captain
together
Planet.
At Rob's command to form Mighty Torbots, champion of the universe.
So basically, it was the... Oh, still going. Let it go.
That's not Captain Planet, I don't think.
No.
Somebody in the chat.
It was a Voltron, absolutely a Voltron ripoff.
I like Voltron. Yeah, I think you got some people out in left field with this one.
And actually, you know what? It was very popular. It was only on one season, I think. It was extremely popular, and it just. Yep, there we go. It was popular, and then it just died out, like for no reason. Boom, gone. And there's
Mighty
another one.
Torbots, I never heard of that.
Yeah, it was on ABC, but
it might have not come to Canada. I don't know.
Now this is another one I know people may not remember.
Yeah,
see.
Calvin, good artwork for sure, but it's just.
It was Dick. Dick did great artwork back then.
Yeah.
Let's see, just the See if I can find the intro here. I don't know if it actually has the intro, but we'll find out.
The mothers of North America hated the dick at the end of each of these cartoons because their kids would run around the house, say the word dick.
Dick.
And then the mothers would be like, "Where'd you hear that word?" The
Here we go.
TV, the cartoon said it.
We are a family.
I was going to say the real Ghostbusters.
As close as we can be. High in the mountains or deep in the sea. Bionic 6. We're all together. We fight for right. Bionic 6. We are so proud to be a super future family.
family, brought together by fate and given superpowers through the miracle of modern science.
Like the guitar riff.
Ooh.
So is this the offspring of Steve Austin and
Well, that's
Jason
when
Summers?
when this show came out. That's what I was thinking of. The $6 Million Man, the Bionic Woman, had nothing to do with them at all. And I apologize, Hobby Hands. He did a super chat. And
Yes.
I went right past it. And I agree. Shows like Married with Children, although they are talking about Sony's working with the original cast to bring back Married with Children as a cartoon series. Believe it or not. I don't know what network's picking it up, but apparently it's moving forward. So there will be, believe it or not, a new Married with Children. Now it's a great show. I loved Married with Children. That was a great,
Oh yeah,
great show.
the shoe salesman.
Yep.
That played high school football.
Yep. I had another one over here. Did you send me another one, Steven? Or no?
No, I might have one more. The one we talked about earlier. With the dog and the little girl and the guy with the gadgets coming out of.
Oh, of course. How can I forget
Go
that?
get
This
that.
one,
You
yep.
can't forget that one.
Yep, that was my fault, everyone. I should have had this one up before.
That one's a good one.
Okay. It is a good one, and it is a classic. And once again, it's by who?
Penis.
Dick. Here we go. Catchy theme song.
Oh yeah. You're so stupid, it's not even funny. So, who in the chat?
All right, there's a problem here.
The
Console
voice for
Kids.
that guy.
Apparently, Console Kids and I have a problem here because I was in love with Penny. So you cannot be in love with Penny. We're going to have a fight in the yard. And as far as who voiced Inspector Gadget, it was the same person who did. Oh my God.
Smart. Don Adams.
Get Smart. Yes, Don Adams. Correct. Thank you.
Don Adams.
That is correct.
And they got him. Apparently, if I'm not mistaken, it's a Canadian production. Here, let me Google that just to be.
I think you were 100% right with that.
It was made in Canada, and
basically, it was a cartoon version of Get Smart. Exactly what it was.
Oh yeah,
with a dog and a girl in instead of number 99. So here's another one. It was in the chat. It was also on my list. So we're gonna pull up this next one right here. Again, I don't know if the series was very good, but the theme song was good. Let's pull this up.
Always a treat.
We used to be 4 ordinary teenagers. Until one day, we met some new friends from out of town. They were called Dinosaurs. My friends and I became the Secret Scouts, allies to these dinosaurs from outer space, and joined in their battles against Genghis Rex and the evil Tyrannos.
The dinosaurs are leaving, Bossasaur. Well, follow them!
One last. Got it.
And I do believe this is also by. They were rocking a lot in the late 80s and 90s.
And now even Viagra couldn't save them.
No. Now this is another one I saw in the chat and was on my list. Again, I didn't think the series was very good personally, but I thought it was a great theme song. So we're going to bring it up here next. See if you guys know what this one is.
thundering across the stars to save the universe from the monster minds. Jace searches for his father to unite the magic root and lead his Lightning League to victory over the changing form of Sawboss. Wheeled warriors explode into battle. Lightning strikes.
There's a power that comes from deep inside of you. Every day reaching
Comskis does not know this one. Look at this. No one knows.
They're all pressing buttons. I have never seen this at all.
Really?
Never.
It's coming up. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. This has got no one stumped.
Is it Silverhawk? Is it Silverhawk or Tiger Shark?
Jason
Oh my
and the Wheeled
God.
Warriors. No one knew it.
Never, ever heard of it.
So again, Hobby Hands again. Karate Kid cartoon. I remember that in Galaxy Rangers. I do remember both of them. Thanks so
There
much.
was a Karate Kid.
There was.
Oh,
There
my
was a
God.
Karate Kid cartoon. It actually wasn't bad. It really
You got to
wasn't
play
bad.
the one I sent you before we leave off tonight there.
We'll do that. I'm going to pull this one up. This came up a couple times in the chat, so I'm going to pull this one up. And it was a good premise for this next one. Here we go, because we're running out of time, so we're trying to hit as many as we can.
Yeah.
It is a time when magic is more powerful than science, and only those who control the magic control destiny. They are the
We may have to do a part 2 of this show, Stephen.
Yeah, maybe. The Visionaries?
Visionaries. It was actually the company had to purchase holograms because each one of the guys had a hologram in their chest. I think Kitz is right. I think we are going to have to do a part 2 on this one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So look in the chat, Stephen. I'll pull up what you put through just so we can take a look and see what you sent here. Oh my God! How did I forget this one?
I don't know.
Oh
All
my
the
God!
animations done by the same people.
I'm
So
surprised
that-
someone
all
didn't
this
yell
shit
at me
we've
for
seen.
this one. All right, let's pull up Stevens here. This is my bad.
And the theme song is epic, and it was used in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. You actually hear this theme song.
Here we go.
Previously on X-Men.
Classic, and this show's coming back. This show, the 90s version of X-Men, is coming back on Disney. They are continuing this series. So I wonder if they use the same theme song. Awesome. And this was a good show. The Sentinels, I loved. Anytime they put a Sentinel, I was like all over that.
Oh yeah. It was so good and well done. The theme song's great, you know. And it's all animated by the same people that did all those other shows.
Kick.
Yeah. And in Doctor Strange, you actually hear a few notes of this theme song in there when Professor X comes wheeling out, and you hear this theme song, and then everybody loses their minds in the theater.
This next one is for K19 Fox, and it was, again, on my list, so let's bring it up. All right, Machine, come on, Machine.
In the near future, Doc Terror and his cyborg companion hacker unleash their forces to conquer Earth. Only one force can stop this evil. A
My
handful
cousin
of brave
sent me a
men.
text. He hated
In
Visionaries.
specially
It was
created
dumb.
exoframes, they can be transported anywhere. To fuse with incredible assault weapon systems beamed down from the space station Skyvault. Becoming man and machine.
Good Lord.
Power extreme. Max Ray, brilliant sea operations commander.
We definitely have to do a part 2. I have one more that I have to show because, well, I'll try and squeeze 2 in because they're classic.
We got 4 minutes.
Yep,
So
I think we could squeeze
maybe
two
a
in.
couple could get in
Daring
there.
air operations expert.
Again, most of these you can watch on
Whatever the
either
challenge,
YouTube
they
or
are ready.
Amazon Prime.
The Centurion.
Centurion.
There's two more I got to hit, or people
Man.
will revolt. So give me 1 second
They'll
here.
revolt.
Yeah, they will.
Well, definitely a part 2 to this. So
Okay, here we go. This one, I know people are going to be mad at me if I don't do. So here we go.
Wings of silver, nerves of steel. Silver hawks, partly metal, partly
what in
real.
God's name? Well, I know that's a girl, but
Again, great
God's
theme
name.
song. Great theme song. The show was okay. I can't say it was bad, but it was okay.
They spent a lot of money on theme songs. Like
They did.
they were like, okay, we gotta make this thing awesome. Who cares if the show sucks? Sing, you know. And some of them were pretty darn good, you know. Teenage Mutant Ninja. That'll probably go in part 2 Hobby Hands.
Yeah, we're gonna have time to get that one in Hobby Hands. I appreciate the super chat, buddy.
But you guys, we want you guys to start thinking about this stuff to help us out, because we don't know what you guys' favorite show was. Glenn and I have our favorite. But when we're getting old, we forget this stuff. Whatever.
But I have to end this with one that I think I have to end this episode on after Silverhawks. Just
Silverhawks.
Yep, Silverhawks was again great theme song.
Not so good series.
Not so much. Not so much. But I need to end on this one because one of my favorite characters are in this one. So this was one of my favorites. Again, this one's a guilty pleasure because the show the acting was so bad. It was so bad. So this is a guilty
just for us
pleasure.
kids, right? We
It
didn't know
is.
any
So it's a
better.
guilty pleasure for me. So here we go. I think you guys will agree. This is a good one to end the show on.
I know what it is already.
Thundercats!
Come on, Chitara. Where's Chitara? That's all I care about. Here we go. Keep up with that Chitara.
I think they bombarded television with so many cartoons. You had to pick a few and stick with them. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't watch Thundercats. I know what they are.
What?
I've watched a few episodes. No, I know what they are now, but as a kid, that one slipped through the cracks for me.
How could you not watch Thundercats, Steven? I feel like I don't even know you now.
Oh, I know. No, I knew later, but as a kid, there was so much stuff on television, you know, and then Thundercats, I learned about it later. And I like it. It's just, as a kid, I wasn't there with front row seats. I did not.
Okay. Well, I want to make sure everyone heads over to the Super Gamer Dudes. They're starting up right now. We will definitely do a part 2 in this. We just
And thanks for
scratched
coming
the
out,
surface.
guys, on a Friday. We appreciate it every time.
Always thank you for coming out. And Hobby Hands, thank you for all the super chats.
Yeah.
Once again, everyone, head over to Super Gamer Dudes. They're starting the show right now. Join us next Friday at 8 o'clock. We will be here with
Eastern?
part 2. Eastern, yes. Part 2 of this. But until then, Stephen, what do we tell everyone?
Go lay an egg.
Go lay an egg. Tell your family
No.
and friends that you love them.
Game on.
And game on.
Game on. Tell everybody you love them.
Thanks, everyone. We appreciate every one of you guys in the chat. Every time we love reading the comments you put in here, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you next Friday on Kickin It Old School.
Good night.
at the Tiny Arcade fan page. Remember, don't admire people too much. They'll disappoint you.
Sit, Blue Blue, sit.